Dude, I feel like it'd be like the purge, if you know what I mean. Like,
Okay.
if everything.
And I shine for all. But I in some people world, you never shine at all. These roads of flames are catching a fire.
Welcome back to the second episode
Number
of
2.
Klimas Change. Dang, second episode.
Number 2 already, bro.
Do we? Damn, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't think we were gonna get. To
I didn't think we were gonna get this far, low key. I didn't think so
you
either.
know, just like a one episode on. But anyways,
We back. We're back.
We're back.
Different location, but it's okay. You know,
Yeah, different location. We're
missing another member, another one, bro.
It's the name of our
And
podcast.
he's not even here. It's crazy.
Klimas, man. But
It makes sense. Kairos and all that.
yeah,
Kairos. It checks out. You know?
So me and Tyler are gonna be,
We're back here.
doing it. Running it up. Running duos.
Get it going. A little duo
Yeah.
action. But
Fortunately, we kind of hit the reboot ban. So
nope, they're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone for now. But it's okay.
All right.
So,
But yeah,
let's
climate's
go-
change.
Clim-
We're still on that topic, but you know,
course.
we want to touch base more on like how did
it really start, right? And how did it really start, Tyler? What do you think? Like, where did all this like
Climate
pollution-
change. Like, idea for me, I'm thinking we're going way back here. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm saying industrial revolution.
No,
All that time, like
100%.
how they was going through coal and all that kind of stuff, and all the
Yeah.
fossil fuels being embedded into the atmosphere, all that kind of stuff. I think
Mhm.
it roots back to all that. That's where it started. You know,
Yeah.
like it's bad now, but it was bad back then too.
Yeah,
It's
like the USA, they were in the stages of production, right?
yeah,
Obviously, we're
For
forced
sure.
to, level up and go to that new stage, that new era. And the Industrial Revolution, however, was that kind of stage where we didn't really know the effects, the consequences back then,
Yeah.
right?
they were just going about it, not worrying about what tomorrow's gonna look like for anyone coming up, which ain't a good way to go about it, but it's whatever.
Yeah,
Not
it happened though. But now, I want to touch based on one of this weird event. I don't know. I searched up. It's called like the London Smog or whatever.
Yeah.
And
it happened way back. I know it was for like 5 days.
I think it was 1952.
1952.
Yeah.
It was December 5th, 1952.
Yeah, that's what it was.
To December 9th, 1952.
4 days that. Yeah.
It was in
Crazy.
England, I'm pretty
London,
sure, right?
yeah, London.
England.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, like I saw the pictures, like it
Yeah.
was
I saw
hella smog.
some pictures of a cop when it was like you could barely see his face from basically here to his face. You could barely see he was wearing a mask and all kind of stuff. It looked bad. It looked really bad.
Yeah.
For all that kind of stuff, bro.
No, yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't know. Wait, was it? It was pretty foggy. Like a couple weeks ago. Remember that day when we were driving?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure like some Barrington girl got like in an accident.
Not for real.
Yeah, she got hit by a train because of the smog. Rest in peace.
I didn't hear about that. No, I didn't hear about all that.
Yeah, but anyways, touching back
back to talking about the London Smog of 1952. The causes, Industrial
Oh.
Revolution. I'm pretty sure.
Saw an article or something about that. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. Where is it? Hold on. Caused it? Yeah, here it is. It was like a bunch of I'm gonna simple it down a lot. I
Yeah.
know it's not gonna be the entire thing, all that stuff, but all the pollution coming out of London at that time, and the combination of some weather patterns, some high pressure systems, that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and just cold air, all that kind of stuff just came together at the right time, and it just made that whole smog last for that long too.
Yeah.
You think about it now,
So what? There was two causes.
I guess pollution and it's all one cause, but it's just the timing of both.
Oh, made it worse.
happen.
Made
the pollution was bad. It was
Yeah.
maybe a little bit foggy in there, or smoggy, whatever we're gonna call it in the air, but it wasn't terrible.
Mhm.
But then the combination of the high pressure systems and the cold air all coming together made that last that long. You think about now, how it's if we had a foggy day after snow, it's there for that day and it's gone. It's just
Yeah.
But 4 days long of that
No,
stuff.
5 days.
5
is
days.
Pretty
Excuse
crazy.
me. Yeah.
I think I read an article. It was an anti-cyclone. So how
Yeah.
a cyclone it would
That comes down, clears down.
yeah, but it was an anti-cyclone. So
Yeah.
it was a huge wind system, right? Then it
Right.
rotated in the center of the high atmospheric pressure clockwise. So
Mhm.
then it settled over London, right? So what do you say, the high pressure,
The high pressure.
high
the cold
pressure,
air,
yeah,
the
cold air.
stuff,
So it was
yeah.
an inversion,
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what happened. But then what you said, with the combination of like factories,
Pollution and all that stuff. Yep.
What was the chemical for that? It was sulfur, right? Sulfur.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because that's what they
sounds
produce, right? Like hydrochloric acid. That's what I found. Like 140 tons of hydrochloric. That's a lot.
A lot, bro.
Sulfuric oxide, dude. That's
that.
like dangerous for people, you know.
Yeah, and I was sitting there for 4 days or 5
days.
5 days. But I keep
5
saying
days.
4, dude. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's the thing about. I think I heard something like life pretty much like stopped for that whole 5-day period. Like, it was just like stop, go. Like, it was like kind of like almost like COVID. And first started all stuff, where everyone like at home, don't come outside, don't go. All hell, you just stay at home for 5 days straight.
Yeah.
And granted, we think about that now. We think, okay, 5 days straight, cool, whatever. Something not terrible.
But it was like deadly.
Back then, and for for COVID, it wasn't deadly if you walked outside.
Yeah.
Also, but walking outside and maybe just staying there for 10 minutes, and I heard like bronchitis and pneumonia, all that stuff.
Yeah,
coming
no,
out
that's
and
what
stuff.
like caused it and stuff
Yeah.
too. Like what you got. So
Mhm.
like your lungs would be clogged,
lungs
like you can't breathe. Like that's actually scary.
Think
5
about
days being quarantined.
And just walking outside, your bronchitis, your lungs are caught.
Yeah. And think about it. It's like it was like in 1952 they didn't have like good ventilation system like what we have now, right?
No air filters.
Yeah.
None of that. Just air coming in, air come out.
That is scary. That is really scary.
That's a scary reality to live in, like low key.
Yeah. Do you know how many deaths? I think there was like what?
I did. I saw some article again. There's like maybe 4,000 reported at that time, like 4,000 people.
4,000.
But I think what was it? It was 4,000 reported at that time, but 12,000.
It was 12,000. Wait, 12,000 after. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I think
Like
it was,
in the long
like
term
over
effect?
people that
Yeah.
got affected from like the bronchitis and whatever they got from that whole system.
No, 12K is a lot.
Just from smog. Think about that. Not from like disease. Nothing like not like a very any kind of just like smog
Yeah.
from pollution.
No, that's
That's crazy.
12,000 just from what? Yeah, just think about it.
Mhm, yeah.
Like no way we can get to that point again, right?
If we get the point again, it's
No, it's cuffed.
we're screwed. There's no way. Like back then, how bad it was now, and how bad it was back then, and how they like all. They didn't really have a good way to deal with that.
Mhm.
And if we get that now with the ways we have to get through that and not deal with it, and we
Yeah.
still get that bad, it still gets that's a scary reality right
Yeah.
there, dude. Like I don't even want to think about
Dude,
that.
I feel like it'd be like the purge, if you know what I mean. Like
Okay.
if everything, because I'm pretty sure there was like a lot of looting and like stuff.
Yeah,
like
I heard like
robberies
crime
and
was up, like because
Yeah.
you couldn't see anyone.
Yeah,
You just
exactly.
walking around, you couldn't see them.
like they had no authority. Like the police, they had no authority because they had to stay
couldn't
home and
see,
stuff.
Yeah. If you want to say, even wearing a mask, they couldn't do that much. But like,
Yeah. No, that is wild.
that's the scary thing about it. And,
I'm pretty sure that they passed some act though, right?
oh yeah. Again, that's like
The Clean Air Act, I think, 19.
Something like that. Yeah.
Was it right after?
It was
like 19.
a little bit after. It wasn't like it might have been right after. Was it?
1956.
So yeah, I mean, it was a little bit after.
Yeah, 4 years after. I mean, at least it
They
wasn't
thought
like-
about it and really realized, hold on, this is bad. This is really bad. They thought about it, like, okay, hold on, we gotta lock in real quick and fix that.
lock in real quick.
All
All right. So what they did, so they restricted the burning of coal, obviously,
Yeah.
because like what
that's
the
what
main
caused all
cause was from what reliance on coal fire plants for electricity, right? So a lot of that contributed to the Great Smog, right?
this.
Then so in the urban areas, and they authorized local councils to set up smoke-free zones. I mean, that is because like you don't want to be living in an area with like a lot of like with factories.
Yeah.
When I went to IU,
Mhm.
actually, side note, when I went to IU on Monday, I went past a
You
lot
went
of.
on Monday?
Yeah, I went on Monday. I woke up at 6 a.m.
Dang.
Drove to IU with Futrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we
I
went,
see.
dude. I'm like, when I was driving, I saw so much smoke from like factories. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
this is what's killing our,
Yeah, I went to a couple weeks back. I went to Iowa State, Mizzou, it was Dayton another week before that went by. I went to Dayton for a visit as well, and like
Mhm.
we came through Indiana and on like the border, and we took like the wrong highway, so it was like
Yeah.
all through the area, and it was like, what the heck? I'm learning about all this in April.
Yeah,
so
I'm like,
what
I'm
the
seeing-
heck am I looking at right
Yeah.
now, dude?
And I saw hella like renewable energy too, like windmills. Like
Mhm.
I saw that too.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's like a whole like highway, or it's like they go past like Earth
Yeah.
curvature. It's like wow.
Yeah.
It's a weird reality. Look, because like you go couple miles, 100 miles or whatever, how many miles this way, and you're like, oh, like nice open wind farms, all this
Uh-huh.
stuff. They go
Yeah.
a little bit northeast or northwest, excuse me, and it's like all the smokestacks and
Yeah.
coal and
Yeah, like
all
the
that
factories.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like I remember on the side, and I played a baseball game, like just outside a bunch of those those smokestacks.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty cool background, but like it was a good background. I'm catching, looking at it, and I see all the smokestacks, but it's like
Dang,
that's
that's
a lot of
killing.
smokestacks.
Yeah.
That's killing me.
That's
right
killing
now.
our world, dude. Well, yeah, that just reminded me of like how it's separate from like the actual urban area because it was more rural,
Yeah.
with all the smoke. So smoke-free zone. So thank goodness that happened, right?
For sure, bro.
And then-
imagine if it was like St. Vitus,
There was like a
big
factory.
factory
Yeah.
burning coal right next to the building. We're all
Yeah.
just living there and dealing with it. Like,
Yeah. No, that would
Yeah.
not be ideal, and
no, that'd be
in fact,
weird.
definitely affect some people's health.
For sure, bro. If you have like asthma, you're done.
No, you're cut.
It's bad.
Then I think homeowners also received grants to convert from coal to alternative heating systems. So more like hopefully more renewable energy during that time. So yeah, Clean
That's
Air
good.
Act,
That's
good for
good,
the Clean Air Act.
Like switching from all the coal, that's good. I mean, it's a step in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, it is.
Even though it was a while ago, like still. leading.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's gonna be like stages of there's gonna be bad stages of how we're gonna make energy, right?
For sure, well, yeah, there's no way to get around it. I mean, we're lucky we're moving to a better age right now. Like,
Yeah.
people are realizing, okay, hold on, we gotta slow down. We're doing really bad stuff. We gotta go like more renewable or more sustainable or more efficient, that kind of stuff. So that's
Mhm.
good. But like,
Yeah. But we'll see, because there's a lot of news out there that it probably is too
Yeah.
most likely too late. But if we act now, we still have a better chance of preventing that from happening.
yeah, I mean, even if it is too late, that'd be bad.
Yeah, at least slow it down, right?
Yeah, because if we slow it down enough, I mean, it's not gonna be as good, but we're
Yeah,
still gonna be able to
we're
like,
still
get to a spot
helpful.
where it's like not gonna be as bad. Like, or that's not. We're gonna get to
No,
a
I know
spot
what
where
you're
like, even though it's not like fixed,
Like,
it's
yeah.
still very limited.
It's still
We
livable,
can- Yeah, it's still very limited on like what's going on there and all that kind of stuff. So, I think that it's like a step in the right direction. That it's coming more to the forefront of like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like going back to the what you said last podcast at the first one about like how like agriculture is taking up all that
Exactly,
and all that stuff, all the emissions in the air. It's more than like BP and that thing. I was thinking about that like recently. I'm like, dang, like you hear it once, it's like okay, whatever, okay, it's crazy stat. You move on, but it's like you go back and think about like, holy, that's agriculture, you know.
Like
But-
once you actually realize what's going on in the backgrounds of our society, it's
Mhm.
actually pretty crazy. But you'll find.
I know. Sorry, I'm on my phone. My mom's texting me.
All right,
you know,
now you're
that's-
good. I was
that's
just on
all-
my phone, but
But nah, for sure. And like that's just like I don't know. That's the crazy thing about.
yeah.
But
Hopefully it doesn't go back to that point, because
for sure.
Like the London smog, like there was like tons. Like I was reading, like it was like tons and tons and tons of all these like smoke particles, carbon dioxide. Like that's a lot. I've been
Sure.
like last podcast I said like millions of carbon. Remember I said that like millions and millions. Like that you don't even see it, which is
I
like
remember that.
I feel like we'd be more concerned if we could see like gases, if that makes sense. Like if it
No,
was
I feel you,
visible.
yeah. I feel you. If you look up, you can see a bunch of gas in the atmosphere. So it's like a
Yeah, I feel like
yellow color, so this is pretty blue. I
Yeah,
think.
you
I feel
know.
you. I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would help, but it's not gonna happen. So
Yeah.
whatever. It's a good thought, but I mean, else you can find a way for to view it with glasses or some intention. I know.
Make some glasses. Make some like
And it's like, oh, what the heck,
some eye-opening, environmental glasses, to but the Great London Smog, that is no joke, Hopefully
Sorry,
we do not
yeah.
go back to
Yeah, for sure.
that
Sorry.
kinda-
My mom was texting me a bunch of cop cars flying down Roselle, so I don't know what's going on.
Roseau?
Yeah, like outside my neighborhood. Sorry. Side note, Steven. I'm sorry. We're yapping right now.
Yeah.
I just saw that. I was like, oh, what's going on type thing. But yeah, no. Sorry. Back to all that.
Back to
Anyways.
that. But I think now that we've covered like the Great London Smog, how are we gonna prevent even more? I know we talked about Clean Air Act,
Like, what do you mean? Like preventing it like now? How to get rid of it now?
do you
It's
think there's a possibility that it could happen again if we don't take any precautions?
I guess so. I think it could definitely happen, or not definitely, but like how we was talking about them smokestacks down in like Indiana and all that stuff. You could like see like it like form like a little cloud above it. I think if it gets to a point where those just keep popping up and they get closer and just keep emitting more and more, and they could eventually get to that part. But I don't know if we ever get that bad again, just because like the restriction that was passed, like Clean Air Act, whatever we said. I think that will at least help.
And there was also like irregular weather patterns.
Yeah,
too,
true.
So
it was a bad combination
like
of
rare
time.
event.
Like,
and I also think that like the location of England was also bad because it said so the city it's contained on a large river valley.
Oh
right?
yeah, like the valley.
Yeah, so it limited the air circulation, which doesn't like we're not in a I mean we're next to Lake Michigan, but like
I didn't think London isn't a valley. I never thought about that.
Yeah,
I've never been there before, but like
I know. Should take a trip down there.
Field trip. 8 people having a field trip down to London. Look at the Great London Smog. No, that'd be cool. But
so do we have any advice to again we gotta end each podcast with an advice to viewers to just combat the non-renewable energy sources out there. Do we? I know we said last time. What was your thing last time? Oh, eat more veggies, right?
No, that was you. No,
that was mine.
Mine was like whole thing about switching away from like coal burning energy. It's more like a nuclear, what's it called, like tidal or wind or solar.
But that's that. Hopefully that's like in the future,
hopefully we don't gotta worry about all these smokestacks polluting our air. I mean, it's still gonna be rough. Like I said about agriculture, it's still gonna be still some stuff going there, but it'll be limited for sure. I think switching to more like something like a nuclear or like even though it's like the waste and all that kind of stuff, but just like finding a way where it's more renewable, more sustainable, more efficient, less emissions, less all the kind of bad stuff, getting put into the atmosphere and just like
because I feel like all of our advice is really like that was just the one issue, right? Like the emissions that are going on, because we can't always give you like different advice. We can always give you different advice, but it would always lead to that same issue,
Yeah, it always goes back to that. Like, what you said eat more veggies, and that comes from like the meat industry and how all the food they're making for them, and the emissions they make that food, and that comes back to emissions. I said coal fire, coal, and all that kind of stuff. And what Ben said wasn't it like throwing? What do you say? Throwing away recycling.
Recycling.
And I mean, I guess kind of goes back to emissions like garbage. It's burning. If they burn garbage, and that gets more emissions into the air. If you recycle, it gets reused, or it's better than all that kind of stuff. It all goes back. All goes back to that one thing of emissions.
Yeah.
And just finding a way to like overcome that. You know.
I feel like once we remind people to do those, I feel like those 3 things are so easy to do. I mean, except for switching, maybe in a smaller scale.
Yeah, for sure.
Using your your fossil fuel vehicle less or something.
Yeah, or even if it's if you have the. Granted, I know not everyone's gonna have the available money. If you have the money to switch to an electric car, doing something like that to help.
Or if you live 8 minutes away and you're trying to walk, right?
Yeah, or take a bike, take a scooter type thing, take an electric scooter, take your electric bike, take a bike, take whatever.
Exactly. It's the small things that counts, right?
For sure, always small things are the big things, not just. That's how it goes,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something Ben said again, missing Ben right now, but
small things that counts, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For sure, for sure. All those, and what you said about going back to what Ben said again about recycling and all that kind of stuff, and just how think about how much garbage there is now that all affects all on the air and all the environment, all that kind of stuff. It's crazy to think about, but yeah.
So hopefully, we've covered a really important event in our history, right?
For sure, we're in the environmental history,
London smog, not a good part of what we've as a human race been through. So, but it's also a good learning curve, right?
Oh yeah, even though it's kind of very harsh, I think you gotta learn somehow. It's one way to get around it, but it's a very bad way. And but it did open people's eyes. It for sure opened
100%.
Yo, hold on, we got
Clean Air Act. Get that thing posted up there ASAP.
That for sure limited or not limited, opened people's eyes and made them hold on, we're doing something really bad here. Yeah. What are we doing? Figure out how to get rid of it and make sure it doesn't happen again. Yeah, so, even though it was a really bad whole thing, it turned out. I mean, okay, how to say this? Even though it was a bad thing, it made more or less a good ending. I guess I don't know. Like
Like in the long
the
term.
long term was good because
Long-term,
that
yeah.
happened, even though it was a really terrible thing. A lot of people died.
Yeah.
That sounds really messed up and
Yeah.
bad, but like,
Yeah, it's eye opening, like what you said. You know.
yeah, for sure.
We no, like not to be again, like no, like we need events like for like that to happen,
Mhm.
but like at the same time we want to prevent it, right?
If you can, if you can prevent it, it's a lot better than
Yeah.
having it happen. People finally realize for sure because like that just there's no really good options coming from that.
Yeah.
The way to get out of it, but yeah,
You think we covered everything?
I think so. I mean, we went to like the London Smog. We went to like I don't know what else. I think we covered. Most of it.
I honestly think that's it. I mean,
Should we show the articles or we just post it? We edit it on the end. We can edit those on the end, right? You just put like works cited type thing.
yeah, we'll put it
So, yeah,
on podcast on the last part of the episode.
Full edited podcast.
Yeah.
We'll have like a works cited so you can see the articles we were talking about,
Yeah.
talking about the facts, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching, Miss
Yeah.
Stevens. I know you're the only one watching this podcast, but thank you.
We can pretend. We can
Yeah,
pretend.
we can pretend. Do you wanna do the outro or what?
I'll let you do this. I don't think you got that.
All right. So thank you for watching, Miss Stevens, and Climate Change episode 3 will be out soon.
Hopefully, yeah. Once
Yeah.
Klimas is back and Kevin's
Yeah.
back, we get disqualified.
Kevin, I don't know where that guy is. but-
Bro's been missing for a while.
yeah. Anyways,
Cue it.
peace out.
These roads of flames are catching a fire.